I can answer any question about anything I've learned in the last 5 years in under 10 seconds. Not from memory, from a personal knowledge base I built in a single afternoon using free tools. Want to know what that book on negotiation said about anchoring? 10 seconds. What my old client told me about their pricing strategy in 2023? 10 seconds. What I wrote down after that podcast I listened to on a flight 2 years ago? 10 seconds. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact build, step by step, so by the time this video ends, you could be doing the same thing. No subscriptions, no fancy tools, no programming required. Let's go.
Here's the problem we're solving. You consume a huge amount of information every week. Articles, videos, podcasts, books, conversations, your own notes and ideas. And 95% of it disappears within 2 weeks. Not because you're stupid, because human memory was never designed to hold everything. The old answer was folders. Notion workspaces with nested categories, Evernote with tags, Google Drive with color-coded labels. And we've all been there, spending more time organizing than actually using the knowledge we saved. The new answer is simple. You dump everything into one place with no organization at all and let AI handle retrieval. No folders, no tags, no hierarchy. Just a giant bucket of your brain, searchable by natural language. That's what we're building today. 3 components: capture, store, retrieve. 1 afternoon, $0. Here's the rough time budget. Setup takes about 30 minutes. Loading your first batch of knowledge takes another hour. Testing and tuning the AI retrieval takes 30 more. By dinner, you're done. Let me show you exactly how. First decision: where does the raw knowledge live? You have 3 free options, and they all work. Notion is the easiest if you've never done this before. Sign up, make a new workspace, done. Obsidian is better if you value offline access and plain text files you'll still own in 20 years. Google Docs works if you want to keep things inside your existing setup. I'm using Notion for this tutorial because most people already have an account, the mobile capture is excellent, and exports are 1 click. If you pick a different tool, the principles are identical, just adjust the clicks. Inside your workspace, create 1 database, just 1. Call it whatever you want. I use Brain. Add 4 properties: title, source, date added, and type. Type has 4 options: article, note, book, conversation.
That's it. Resist the urge to add more. Every extra property is another decision you have to make every time you save something. Friction is the enemy. The whole system falls apart if saving takes more than 10 seconds. Here are the 3 capture paths I use in order of how often I use them. Path 1, Web Clipper. Install the Notion Web Clipper in your browser. Pin it to the toolbar. Now, every time you read something worth keeping, 1 click sends the full text into your Brain database. Not the URL, the actual full text. This matters because AI can only search what's in the database, not what's behind a link. Path 2, Mobile Quick Capture. In the Notion mobile app, tap the Share button while reading anything, then tap Notion, then pick your Brain database. Saved. For random thoughts, use the Quick Add widget on your home screen. I capture about 5 ideas a day this way, most of them while walking. Path 3, Voice Memos and Conversations. For anything you hear, podcasts, meetings, interesting conversations, use a transcription tool. Otter, Fireflies, or just your phone's built-in voice memos with a transcription app. The transcript goes into Brain, tagged as Type Conversation, with a short title like Call with Jake About Pricing, 2026-03-14. 1 rule for all 3 paths. Do not edit while you capture. Do not summarize. Do not clean up. Just dump. You'll thank me later. Now the fun part. We're going to give this database a brain. Open ChatGPT or Claude. Either works. Both are free at basic tier. I'll show you both. In ChatGPT, go to My GPTs, click Create a GPT. Name it My Brain. In the instructions box, paste this, and I'll put the exact text in the description. You are my personal knowledge retrieval assistant. I'll upload my knowledge base as a set of documents. When I ask you a question, search through those documents and respond with direct quotes, the source title, and the date added. If multiple documents are relevant, show me all of them. Never paraphrase. Always use exact quotes. If you find connections between documents that I might not have noticed, point them out at the end under a heading called Related Ideas. That's the entire prompt. Nothing fancy. The reason it works is the never paraphrase instruction. That keeps the AI from inventing things. You get your actual notes back, not a hallucination. If you're using Claude, open Claude.ai, go to Projects, create a project called My Brain, and paste the same instructions into the project system prompt. Same idea, slightly different interface. Now we load the knowledge in. In Notion, open your Brain database, click the three dots menu, choose Export. Format, Markdown and CSV. Include subpages? Yes. You'll get a zip file. Unzip it. Upload the entire folder or the zip directly, depending on your AI tool, to your custom GPT's knowledge section or your Claude project. Wait about 30 seconds for it to index. That's it. Your AI now has access to every note, article, and conversation you've saved. And here's the trick. You'll re-upload this export once a week. I do mine Sunday nights. 10 seconds of work to keep everything current. Let me show you this working on mine so you can see what you're about to have. I'm going to ask my brain, what were the 3 best negotiation tactics I saved over the last 2 years? Watch what it did. 3 direct quotes, the book each came from, the date I saved each one, and at the bottom, under related ideas, it connected one of the quotes to a podcast transcript from last September where the same principle came up in the different context. That connection took me 0 effort to find. That's the superpower. Now, the tougher test. I'm going to ask something vague. What did that client mean when they said my pricing was out of sync with the market? It pulled the exact conversation.
Dated. Quoted. 2 sentences of context on either side, without me remembering who, when, or where. That's the difference between a knowledge base and a folder system. A folder system makes you remember where you put it. A knowledge base lets you forget. One more. I'm going to ask a question the AI definitely doesn't know the answer to, something I never saved. Watch what happens. It says it doesn't have anything on this topic. That's the never paraphrase instruction doing its job. The AI won't make things up. It only returns what's actually in your brain. If it's not there, it says so. That's what makes this trustworthy. Before we close out, 3 mistakes to avoid. I made all of them, so hopefully you don't have to. Mistake 1. Organizing during capture. You'll be tempted to write a clean title, add tags, put it in the right subcategory. Don't. Every second you spend organizing at capture is a second you won't spend capturing. Dump now, search later. The AI doesn't need your taxonomy to work. Mistake 2. Not saving the full text. A lot of people just save links. But AI can only search the text it has. If all you saved is a URL, the AI has a URL and nothing else. Always save the full article, the full transcript, the full note. Storage is free. Information loss is permanent. Mistake 3. Forgetting to refresh the upload. Your knowledge base is only as current as your last export. If you haven't re-uploaded in a month, the AI can't see anything you've saved in the last month. Pick a weekly habit. I do Sunday nights, same time I review my calendar. Set a recurring reminder. 10 seconds a week. Don't skip it. If you avoid those 3, your brain stays sharp and useful forever.
That's the whole system. 1 database, 1 custom GPT, 1 weekly export. You can have this running by the end of today, and in 6 months, you'll wonder how you ever thought without it. Here's what I want you to do right now, before you close this video. Open Notion. Create the database. Install the web clipper. Clip the first thing, the article you were reading before you opened YouTube. That's your first entry. You just started a system that's going to compound for years. I put the exact custom GPT prompt, the database template, and a 1-page checklist in the description. Grab all 3, build your brain this afternoon, and let me know in the comments what the first question was that it answered for you. Hit subscribe if you want more systems like this. I've got one coming next week about never forgetting anything again using AI, which is honestly the next level of what we just built. See you in the next one.